Hey, what's up everyone? Hit my mic, welcome back to the channel. So I have a special treat for you guys. I'm going to be going over the cards that I will be sending to PSA probably on Monday. I'm recording this on Black Friday. Just came back from my offer up adventure. That should have been my previous video. So if you're watching that, you're watching this as a follow-up. I am literally recording this right after. So some of the cards from that video are going to be included. You'll recognize some of them. I might mention them. But it's a pretty big order, at least for me. Usually I send around anywhere between 20 and 40. This one's definitely over 50. So yeah, pretty hefty order. There's a few cards that are not mine. They're family members. So, they're gonna send those ones. I'll let you know which ones. And then the rest, I am hoping for 10s. I'm sending a lot of modern Japanese. And for me, it's a nice strategy because very, very affordable. And the margins are still pretty good on some of them. So I'm shooting for some singles and doubles, maybe even a home run here and there, depending on the card. But here we go. So enough yapping. Let's go ahead and get into the cards. So first card showing off. So I believe this is some family members. They are sending a birthday Pikachu. Gotta look over these. I gotta make sure these are 10 contenders. This might be it. So got a birthday Pikachu. He has this XY era McDonald's promo. I believe this is a McDonald's promo. Don't quote me. I'm not familiar with the set symbol, but definitely from 2016. So I looked it up on eBay. Didn't see a lot of info on this card. So hopefully he gets a good grade. That'd be nice. Then he also has a General Mills Pikachu promo, which is pretty nice. He's a big Pikachu fan. And then he didn't realize that, actually both of us didn't realize until I started putting the cards into the card savers. And he has a French, I believe it's French, Neo Genesis. Sorry, I don't know. I had a meltdown real quick. Yeah, so it's a French Neo Genesis Pikachu. Not gonna get a good grade, I don't think, but he just wants this slapped up. So all right, we'll take care of it. And then he also has. Oh, we also have an Archaludon. This is the evolved form from Duraludon. Illustration rare here. And then we have the Legends Arceus promo, the video game promo from Japan. It's a nice, beautiful card there. And then we have the Marshadow. We went to Frankensons recently, and my nephew actually pulled this from a Mega Brave, or not Mega Brave, a Mega Evolution ETB, but from the Gardevoir box. And pulled this card. Really nice. Got the Pikachu underneath. He had a Vibrava in his binder. He'd like to get graded, so we'll take care of that for him. And then here, guys, I have a series of these Indonesian Pikachu promos. You put Pikachu in clothes and people go crazy, including me. I bought this well over a year ago, actually, when they first came out. Sitting in my binder. They look gem mint. No scratches, no surface damage or anything. I feel like these would be nice to have for the PC. I think these are all gem mint worthy. Hopefully they get 10s. Next, we have the illustration contest from Japan 2022. I know in English they're pretty expensive, surprisingly. I sold those a while ago, but here are the Japanese versions. Really cool. I've graded like maybe 5 sets of these since 2022, and they've all gotten 10, so I'm hoping the trend will continue. Next, we have, this is a pretty minty Blastoise holo. I've noticed that a lot of Japanese holos, even though they're like super common, right, because people buy like so many boxes and they break them open, a lot of the like more popular Pokemon, their regular holo forms, they actually have some value when you grade them in a 10. So this is from, I believe it's Tag Bolt. Yeah, SM9 should be Tag Bolt. This is a regular holo Blastoise. I'm hoping I can sneak this in as a 10. If it gets a 9 or below, I'm cooked, but it's a gamble I'm willing to risk. Only 19 bucks. Why not? For the grading fee. here we go. Next, we have the Gengar from V-Star Universe. This was the a Lost Origin pre-release promo, if I'm not mistaken, in English. Again, this is one of those where it's 10 or bust, but I believe it is gem mint worthy, and so it's worth the risk in my opinion. Here we have the Sawsbuck and the Deerling combo. Beautiful, gorgeous artwork. I love when cards connect like that. Awesome. We should be having a lot of art rares coming up. We got the Mesprit from, I believe it's Paradise Dragona. That or Super Electric Breaker, I'm not sure. I can't remember. I pulled it about a year ago. And then we have the Excadrill. Ever since playing Pokemon Go, when I first got back into it in 2023, and then playing the black and white or Pokemon Black version over the summer on the emulator, I've had an appreciation for Excadrill. I need to get the Excadrill EX from I forgot which set, but from one of the White Flare or Black Bolt sets. I need to pick that up. We got the Chandelure PSA 10. I believe there's a hint that it might feature in a set next year. I think it's Dark Abyss or something like that. There's a Japanese trademark for the set name, or Abyss Eye or something like that. Yeah, and it has, somebody linked it to the Pokemon, the Pokedex description for the Mega Chandelure, so possibly that on the horizon. Be a good idea to get this in a 10. Here we go. We got the Koga's Trap. It's a little thicker on the left for the centering, but Sun and Moon era trainer. Got this really cheap, like a long time ago, for like $4 or $5. I mean, if it gets a 9, no big deal. I believe I can get my grading fee back at worst. Here we have some more trainers. We got the Cynthia's Ambition from Starbirth. This is a really neat card here. It's a great set, actually. I remember pulling the Charizard, the alternate art, my first secret rare that I pulled from that set, which was awesome. And then the same night, I got a little confident, a little overconfident, and the second box humbled me. I ended up pulling the Kindler as my other secret rare. So went from the top chase to the absolute ground floor chase, if you will. Here we go. Then we got the Bianca's Devotion. I have the special art rare at PSA currently being graded. Here's the regular version that I personally pulled from my Cyber Judge box a while ago. A lot of these cards have been sitting in my binder for a while, and they're all very minty. We have the Lana's Aid from Crimson Haze. I actually have this secret art rare grading as well at PSA. Next, we have the Nimona. I remember pulling this as in my first box. I remember opening up Shiny Treasure when it first came out, and at first I pulled the shiny Fortress, and I was pretty bummed. I was like, damn, for my first box, that's going to be my secret rare. But I ended up getting this in the same box, which, saved the day. Really nice card. We got the Palmot. There's Palmy, Palmo, Palmot. There we go. Yeah, it should be the final evolution there. Next, we have the Ends Plan right there at the theme park. I think in Nimbasa City, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not a Gen 5 guy, but I did play the game recently. Gen 5 is pretty cool. Next, we have the Perrin. So, of course, we have to pair that up with the Hisuian Growlithe. So, let's see if we can make the image here. Yeah, great. I love when cards connect like that. So cool. So, we'll get this in the sequential set, hopefully in a 10. Next, we got the Ivysaur, so we're going to pair that up with the Bulbasaur. I don't have the Venusaur. I sold that a while ago. I do want to get them back into my collection, the whole Evo lines from 151. I would imagine the next year or so they're going to take off even more. Next, we have the Squirtle and Wartortle line. Again, I just recently sold the Blastoise. And then here's the Charmander and Charmeleon. Yeah, so I like to use Modern as a catalyst to fuel my vintage collection. So, but I think for certain cards for Modern, I do want to have a copy just so I can have in my personal collection. So I gotta act quick on the 151 special art rares because I feel like, it's getting older. It's gonna enter its third year. It's not 3 years old yet, but it's entering. It's getting there next year. So gotta act fast on that. We got the Persian and the Misty Psyduck, great art rares. And we got the Magic card. So I just recently sold my 10 a while ago. I picked it up earlier at Collecticon this year in March. Yeah, it was March, and I got a 10. And this one I think has a chance at a 10. It's a little thinner on the right, but I mean it's still worth the risk to send, even if it gets a 9. Next we have the Eevee, same story here. I actually have one being graded currently. And then next we have a Sun and Moon era GX. We got the regular GX of the Silvally with got Gladion in the background. It's a pretty cool card. Just picked this up earlier today. We got the Arceus V-Star. Recently sold my 10. Just gonna start, churning and burning with these cards. They're so cool. Get that in 10. I gotta fix the positioning of this. We have the Gold Raging Bolt. Pulled this about a year ago. Next, we have the Chinese pre-release for the Scarlet and Violet game. We got the Pikachu with the Paldean starters. Really nice artwork. Then we have the Radiant or the Sparkling Charizard. I believe they were referred to as Sparkling during the Sword and Shield era in Japanese, but I could be wrong. Got the Charizard and the Greninja. They have really good margins in a 10. I feel like they're worth the risk to send. They look pretty good. We got Raichu. It's got a good margin in a 10. Willing to risk getting a 9 for that, but I think it'll get a 10. I have 2 copies. This was my better centered one, so we'll see about that. We got the Alakazam. I pulled this on New Year's Day last year. One of my 2 boxes of Shiny Treasure. And then we're gonna wrap it up pretty soon. Next, we have the Oricorio from the Charizard UPC, so you can only imagine what's coming next. Very surprised with the quality. I actually sold a set recently. It wasn't as well centered as this one, and even that was pretty good quality. No white marks, which is great. I get tired of opening English and getting wrecked by the print control. So on the back, the Charizard is very thick on the top. As you can see on the front though, it looks pretty good. It's maybe slightly to the left, but overall for a promo, really good quality card. I love these mega attack cards. They look very comic book-esque, especially with the text going across with the special move. Really cool artwork. I'm looking forward to Mega Dream. Gonna stack up on those. Looking forward to that. And then we're rounding up our collection. I actually pulled this from the UPC, so I had the promos right, and then I was able to get a Rockets Mewtwo. Pretty good quality here. Happy to send that one in. Then we have the Armored Mewtwo. So admittedly, this was I cracked this out of a slab. It graded a 6. I got it back in August. Really disappointed. I really couldn't tell if there was any dents. I couldn't see the surface damage or anything. I'm gonna give this one more shot. I think it at least should get a 9, but I'm hoping for a 10. But we'll see there. Next, we have a little bit of vintage. I looked closely at these. I actually pulled these from a gym pack. And then we have the Rapidash from Jungle. And these are pretty minty, and the centering is pretty good. I think Growlithe might be a little thin, so these are going to be, I'm going to look for these a little bit. I'm going to look at it more closely because I know vintage they're a little tougher on vintage at PSA from my experience. I think the Rapidash might be good to go, but the Growlithe I might hold back. The Sabrina's Porygon, I'm going to have to take another closer look. So these 3 I might not send, but I'll let you know. And then the last card, I actually got this last week on OfferUp, and I think I may have bought damaged goods. So I'm gonna show you guys. I want your opinion. So there's yeah, you see that? I might send this, but I'm gonna expect a 6, but I might just end up selling it. I'm gonna sell it raw. I'm gonna be a good person and list it as light play. Just it looks good, but it has like a slight crease. You know, I have ethics, so not gonna swindle anyone. But yeah, probably gonna have to put this one up for sale, unfortunately. I did buy damaged goods. Sometimes you just miss things. But anyways, it's not gonna set me back too bad. But anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Probably get these back like in April or May, depending on, you know, PSA is pretty impacted right now. But as always, if you guys enjoyed the video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.